everyone. Well, it's now Thursday the 13th of December and another Advent video. So I've got my red tablecloth and I'm going to show you a few bits and pieces that are related to vacuum cleaners or the manufacturers of vacuums. Starting with a little collection, something that's not very popular these days but was fairly popular back in the day, and that is smoking. And here we have just a small collection of smoking paraphernalia, all connected with the Hoover Company. So we'll move these brass ones, and incidentally they weren't as shiny as that when I first got them. Now this is the first thing. I think it's an ashtray. It's a very unusual one. It's made by the Ronson Company, who are famous for making lighters and things. And on the underside of it, keep base screw tight, do not stub. So there's a screw for some reason. I've never really undone this. What does it do? Just takes the base off. Doesn't really do anything really. It's a little bit, I'm not sure if this is silver plated, but it's, I think it is silver plated, but it's lost a lot of its plating. Anyway, the Hoover connection with this, it says here on the front, the Hoover, it beats as it sweeps as it cleans. And then on the side here, it's obviously been presented to somebody. And this one says, congratulations to F.W. Austin, International Blue Ribbon Production Record, 21st of July 1950. So we can accurately date this when this was presented to F.W. Austin. It was in 1950, so that's quite an old ashtray there. Next we have, this is also an ashtray. It could be described as a little trinket dish, but really it is an ashtray because it's got these indentations here to put your cigarette on in case you want to rest your cigarette while it's still burning. So this is a small one. It's made of brass, and as I said, when I got this it was very dull. Little trick that I learnt from my childhood. We used to do this with tuppences, 2p pences. If you cover them in brown sauce or tomato ketchup, that normally, if you leave them for a bit, that gets rid of most of the tarnishing. So I did that with this one. A little toothbrush can help as well. So I finished off with metal polish. This here, there, is the iconic Hoover building, the Hoover factory, the Art Deco Hoover factory on the Great Western Road in outer London. It's now, the back of that factory is a Tesco supermarket, and the front is now luxury apartments. Who would love to live in one of those? I'd like to. I'm going to see at some stage if anyone has one of those apartments as an Airbnb, because just to stay in that iconic building for a few days would be absolutely fabulous if you were going down to London. So that's just a small trinket box with the Hoover Limited building on it, and here's a larger version ashtray, a little bit different shaped, but it's got the Hoover building on the back of that. So they're quite an interesting little thing. And finally, in this section of my smoking paraphernalia, we've got a lighter. Doesn't work. It's got the old Hoover logo on it, and it says on it, on the side, Ambassador of Good Living. Well, maybe Hoover was, but smoking certainly isn't an ambassador of good living, is it? I'm not sure how this, I think that's it, that flicks up and you've got a little bit of fabric in there that I think gets soaked in the fuel. It's probably a flint operated thing, this little doobry you turn. It doesn't work obviously, but anyway, it was a nice little thing to have. I saw it on eBay with the Hoover logo, and it goes very well with this little collection of smoking paraphernalia. Okay, let's have a look what else I've got in my little box. Next things to show you here are, again, more Hoover related things, and again pretty old. I won't be able to open this. These are all playing cards. I don't know who plays cards anymore. Some people must do. You can still buy playing cards, can't you? This one is just a plain pack. You can see the Joker on one side, and I think they're all the same in this particular pack. Here we have a Hoover Senior, or I believe from this era it's probably called the Hoover Deluxe, or in that TV commercial, the Hoover Deluxe. And we've got some more playing cards. Again, this one's sealed up, completely sealed. This is how I got it. I'm not going to open this, but this, by the looks of it, is a pack of 2 playing cards, and you can see that obviously it contains one of these packets with the Hoover Deluxe on it, and the other will contain the Hoover-matic twin tub. So that's a pack of 2, and again, look, very nice Hoover logo on the box. And finally, in this section, another set of playing cards. This one has been opened, and we can see on the back what's in them. If we open them up, these are actually open, so I can show you these. Let's just get one packet out. So here we are. You want me to do a magic trick? Oh, look. Is this your card? Is this your card, sir? With the Hoover Limited building emblazoned on the back of it. That's a 3 of hearts. 3 of hearts. They're in very good condition, aren't they? So these ones all have a lovely Art Deco building in Perivale on one side, and the others, I think they're all the same. Little bit boring, aren't they? These just says servant to the home, Hoover servant to the home on the back of those. But they're an interesting little curio, aren't they? So there we go, that's a few Hoover playing cards. Oh, I have another one as well. I must have another box of stuff. That'll have to wait till next Christmas. If we're still here, if YouTube's still going next year, hopefully it will be. I have another single pack of cards that's got a Hoover washing machine on, Hoover Matchbox style washing machine. I can't remember the name. It's not an Electron. It's before the Electrons. So there we go, some playing cards for you. What else have we got on my table? Well, some ceramic items. This is very, very modern by comparison. This is just, I don't know what it is really. I think it's just maybe a pencil pot or something for your desk. It's just a SIBO made in Germany. And oh, there's a mark on the bottom. So this could be on the Antiques Roadshow one day. The mark says porcelain, Fremberg, is it? Sachsen? Can't pronounce that. Anyway, so there we go. That's just something I picked up again on eBay because it said SIBO on it. Oh, let me tip out. I've got lots of little things to show you. I'll have to zoom in on those. You've probably seen this. I've had this a while. This featured on one of my shout-out videos, I think. I bought Hoover. By the flag. Wonderful. Dearie me, how ironic that mug is now, isn't it? I bought British, I bought Hoover. I bought Chinese, I bought Hoover. That's what we'd be saying now. This next one, whoops, it does feature in an upcoming video because, spoiler alert, I do have this vacuum cleaner and I showed this mug in the video for that. And I got it a couple of weeks before I actually got the cleaner. I'm the senior salesperson, it says. And on the back, the new Hoover Senior. And that's that cream and brown Senior. Look at a lovely mug. Made in England, this mug. Obviously, it's got a little bit dusty. I don't use this. I'm not going to drink out of this and put it in the dishwasher. Not going to risk this being broken. No, so that's just kept as a nice little interesting promotional item. Really like that. I was really pleased to see that on eBay. I think it was a buy it now. I didn't have to bid on it. It's a fair price, I think, but you know, not many of those turn up on eBay. Anyway, it was the first one I'd seen. Along the same lines as ceramic items. I don't know if this was specifically made. I don't know. This is just a thimble. I've had this quite a while. It's a ceramic thimble. Who uses thimbles nowadays? There's the little ceramic thimble there with Hoover on it. I think that's a modern piece made, because I think this seller had loads with different brands on, so I think they've just probably made it themselves. So that's that. Now on to some of my badges. Got quite a lot. We've got a couple of key rings first. Here we have a Hoover Alpina key ring, and on the other side it says the power of silence. Bit false advertising there for Hoover, but anyway, from the 90s, the Alpina range. So there's that, and much older keyring, and it's Hoover related but not vacuum cleaner related. This is for the Hoover Keymatic. This could date from the 60s, this particular keyring, and it's a miniature version of the Hoover key plate that you'd put into the front of the Keymatic to select the wash program. So again, that was on eBay. I saw that and thought, oh, that's interesting. I'll get that. So we've got lots and lots. Well, before we show you all the little badges, again, this is something that I don't really know much about. It's a big coin, and it says Hoover, and it's in, I think it's in Portuguese. Is that such a language? Do they speak Portuguese in Portugal, or is it Spanish? I don't know. Orga, I can't pronounce it anyway. But anyway, look, there's a flat Earth map there, isn't there? Surrounded by an oval ice wall, and on the other side, it's for the Hoover Sensortronic. Look at that. And it says, and it's dated 1982. That's when the Sensortronics were launched. The original Sensortronics in 1982. Can't say what it says on it. It says Sensortronic Aspiradora Hoover Electrica Portuguesa, which does make me think it's from Portugal. Got some more little badges here. These are all, I'd say they're all Panasonic. No, two are Panasonic badges, and there's one little AEG. Again, these are pretty plentiful on eBay. Picked up quite a few. And some more Hoover ones. Let me just see, I've got more than one of this. Sometimes you have to buy job lots of things to get what you want. You might get duplicates. I think there's only two there at the moment. There we go. Two Hoover Galaxy badges. We've got a Vax one here. Can we see it there? Vax, Britain's best-selling vacuum cleaner, as it was back then. I've worn this before. I'm a Hoover Junior. It's the regular little badge. Oh, we have got another. I thought I had more than one. There's another Galaxy badge there. This one's quite old, and I meant to do this year, but when I thought of it, the time had gone. I was going to do a National Hoover Week on my channel, and it would have been between September the 29th and October the 6th. We've got some old black and white TV commercials featuring that on my channel, featuring National Hoover Week, where you could borrow a Hoover product for 2 days and win one as well. I've got some more little badges. Oh, I've got two of those as well, have I? I've got ooh, lots. Well, there's Sensortronics there, little Bosch badge. Oh, another 2 of those. Oh, I'll have to think about giving some of these away as prizes. Also, we've got a Philips. Yes, and I think this is a French badge there. A little girl falling asleep on her Philips vacuum cleaner. I think it's a little girl. Yes, well, she's wearing pink. So it might be a little boy, I don't know. Oh, well, there's more. I've got some more Bosch ones here. These aren't vacuum related. Just a couple of Bosch, and they are one's a washing machine and one's a microwave by the looks of it. A tiny little Electrolux badge, little Electrolux logo there, and a little Hoover pin. What else have we got? Well, that doesn't that's not related to vacuums. Oh, it's a Philips Whirlpool, but it's not really I don't know what that's supposed to be. It's not a vacuum, is it? What's this one? Oh, not vacuum related. It's a Philips compact disc badge for some reason. Oh, and look here, we've got little cute smiley faced Henry badge. There will be a little Henry table demo or Henry show and tell on this table with all my little Henry collectibles. That will be coming up later. And this is tiny. I'll scan all these in. Well, I'll take zoom shots of all these, so hopefully you'll be able to see them better. That says ibaisaic. It beats as it sweeps as it cleans, and it's got an X, which I think means 10, doesn't it? I think they were given out to people to celebrate certain anniversaries or milestones working for Hoover. And we have here a Moulinex badge with a woman and a dog, possibly a golden retriever. And finally, in the badge section, a little bit dirty on the case it's in, but this is just I think it's a tie-pin, a Hoover tie-pin with not a real ruby, I'm sure. Next, I've got something that was pretty expensive for what it is. It is absolutely tiny, but again, it was something I'd never seen before on eBay, and I've been looking on eBay for many years, and I thought, well, I didn't buy it initially. I think the seller did reduce it a bit, so I got it a bit less than it was originally, but I thought, oh, I can't not have this. Now, to give you an idea of scale, there is a 5p piece, so it is tiny. So inside here we have MacDonald Electric. I will just read out, well, I'll show you what's under here, under this little piece of paper. 2 tiny scale models of MacDonald Electric vacuums. I do actually have another one of these uprights on its own in orange, which was the colour of the MacDonald vacuum my mum had, the first vacuum I remember her owning. And this is the little handheld. So if they look familiar to you, it's because Orek, I think it was Orek that used their design and not the other way round in the 70s when this was in the shops. I think it was Orek originally used the design for the McDonald's cleaners, branded them Orek. There was a Philips version as well that was basically a MacDonald cleaner but with Philips on. So we'll look at those a bit, but there's not much more to see about those. But we've got this piece of paper telling you all about the MacDonald Electric 250, and then the portable. So for the 250, I'll have to read it off camera. So MacDonald Electric 250 upright vacuum cleaner, lightweight handy unit with excellent performance, easy handling, cleans large areas without effort and reaches under low furniture. Picks up anything from light dust, sand, fluff, grit to threads, hair, even pets' hair. Revolving brush roll with natural bristles cleans carpet in a gentle way right to the ground of the fabric. Flat drive belt located on side of cleaning nozzle lasts longer and gives unrestricted sweeping action. Modern technique, top filling, huge capacity paper filter bag for economic use. Exchange of filter bags simple and hygienic. Stores away flat on a hook. Available in different bright colours. MacDonald Electric vacuum cleaners equal maximum efficiency and advanced design, manufactured to the highest possible standards. I think these were actually, not these, but the real things were actually made in Germany. And you could get different colours. As I said, my mum's was orange. I've seen it in blue as well in catalogues. And there's this green colour. On the other side, a little bit of blurb about the portable. Again, it looks like an early Orec portable. The MacDonald Electric Portable is more than just an ordinary vacuum cleaner. Mini-sized unit with maximum performance. Vacuum cleaner on shoulder strap, not much larger than a lady's handbag, gives maximum freedom of movement. Easy to handle, cleans also hard to reach, hard to get at places. Lightweight, compact design with optimum cleaning efficiency. Compact, robust, powerful motor. Dust indicator shows when filter bag is full. Filter bag disposal, simple and hygienic. Carefully selected accessories for universal application on carpets, furniture, curtains, etc. Unit available in different bright colours. Again, MacDonald Electric. So, as I said, I couldn't resist this because I think pretty rare, this little sample. I don't know what use it would have been to a salesman showing somebody that. Really, I think it's the scale of this would sort of fit a Playmobil person. They're that small. And then we've got tiny, look, even got the carry strap. A tiny little handheld. Can't really do much with that, can you? So yes, it was, I think I might have paid about £30 for this. It's a silly price, I know, but how often does that turn up on eBay? But saying that, I did get another one of these on its own, but not, you know, in its little box like this for modern households. So it's unlikely I'll ever get a real MacDonald Electric, so that's the next best thing. Something a lot more modern now. The tin, unfortunately, is a little bit dented. As we can see, whatever's in here is from the Miele company. There's no markings on the tin to say who made this, because Miele won't have made it. It's a promotional item made for Miele. It's a watch. Don't think there's anything else in there. Oh, it's looking a little bit tarnished, but that's, I think, how it should be. It's got a protective cover on the face. Trying to hold it so you can see what it is. So basically, it's just a Miele watch. There's no branding actually on the face of the watch, is there? But that design is the honeycomb design that they fit to their washers and tumble dryers inside the drum, the honeycomb drum. I'll just see if it says anything on the back of the watch. It's got a black, I think must be a leather strap. It does say on the back, limited edition Miele on the back of the watch there. So that, I saw that and thought, I saw the box was, the tin was damaged, but the watch itself is new and unworn. So again, something, another little promotional item. Yeah, I've just got a couple of pens here with the Hoover branding on. Something very commonly given out, but often thrown away. This one, I think this one I actually got when I visited the Hoover building when I was still at school. It's just a plain red biro, red coloured biro. The ink, I think, is black or blue, just with Hoover on. And this one, little bit different. Got the Hoover logo there in gold. If we turn it round, it says New Wave Expert. So this is to publicize the Hoover New Wave automatic washing machines. And finally, we have this rather unusual model. Very different, isn't it? Obviously we can see what it is. It is a Hoover Constellation with a difference. This is a model of a Renault van that was converted. This actually was on the roads. I think this is French. I'll put a picture up. I did find a picture online. These actually existed. So this is just a scale model of something that was actually driving around the streets of France to publicize this Hoover Constellation, and I'd be pretty scared if that started coming down the road. It looked pretty weird, but the driver would sit inside there. That's the windscreen. Don't know how they'd get into it. I think there's a door at the side where they'd get into it. But I saw that again on eBay. Something a little bit different. Just a little model. I don't suppose a real one of those survived. You never know. But yeah, there was a thing for vehicles shaped like the products they were promoting going around. I don't think they do that so much now, advertisers. It's all online, advertising online and TV and things, isn't it? So that's the final thing to show you in this video. Hope you've enjoyed having a look at a few of my little collectibles, some of my curios, just little pieces of history, vacuum history, appliance history that I've collected over the years. I'll still collect bits and pieces as and when I see them. I think they're quite interesting, and it just fills in, fills in a bit of extra history, doesn't it, for the brands that we've come to know and love. Okay, thanks for watching. Tune in tomorrow, same time, same place, for another Advent video. Bye for now.